So you guys know I reviewed the Acer Triton 500 2019 model, and I gave it a pretty good review. I said it was a powerful laptop with good cooling, especially when you're considering the form factor of this device in 2019. This year, they're not redesigning it. It's exactly the same. Everything from its metal lid, to the port setup, to the Thunderbolt 3, to even the logo in the middle that lights up when you turn on the device. Now, there are some updates to this, specifically like the keyboard. It's now per RGB, instead of just having zones. You could literally change the colors of any key you want to whatever color you want. The next thing to note is that you now have the option to buy it with a 300 hertz display. A lot of you might be thinking that's overkill, but it's kind of nice to have. You may not always be able to take advantage of it, but it's there in case you want to play games like CSGO. Like, that's one game you'll have zero issues hitting 300 frames per second. The other thing to note is that even though it's 300 hertz, this panel is actually better than the previous 144 or 240 hertz panel they were using on other models. The color accuracy, the color gamut is slightly higher than the previous generation. Now, in my previous Triton 500 review, I gave them a little nitpick on the sticker, saying it was a bit too crooked. Obviously, I'm just jesting with Acer, but it looks like we have the same issue now with the Full HD 300 hertz sticker. I know it's a minor thing, but like, this is a product people are buying. They're spending a lot of money on this, over $2,000. Line up the stickers, make it look nice and neat. People want to experience the beauty of unboxing their product and using it for the first time. And if you have OCD, I guarantee the next day you're booking an appointment with your psychologist. Now, as usual, they include the 720p web camera on the top, and webcams in general are not that great on most laptops, but this one seems to like hit rock bottom. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm lagging. It's barely picking up my voice. There's a good possibility that the module inside of this device is malfunctioning. Sound is also the same, like the previous model. 2 speakers on the bottom. They're clear, they're crisp, but they just don't get loud enough. And especially when you consider that there's such powerful components in here and the fans constantly go on when you're gaming, you're just not going to be able to take advantage of them. Definitely connect a headset to this if you're gaming. Now, if you're doing general productivity, you won't hear the fans, and using the speakers are fine. Internally, not much has changed. It's still using the flipped motherboard, meaning if you want to upgrade the RAM or SSDs, you have to pull off the motherboard, swap them out, and then put it back in. It is upgradable. It's just going to take a lot more work. Now, you've still got the same battery, so you can expect the same type of battery life, just like you had with the previous model. The killer card is still there, but this year you get the ability to buy it with Wi-Fi 6. And the good thing is a lot of these manufacturers are actually soldering their Wi-Fi 6 cards to the motherboard. This one looks like it's still swappable. Now, there's going to be different models with different GPUs, but this one is one of the first SKUs, and it's the RTX 2080 Supermax Q paired with 32 gigabytes of RAM. You have the IPS 300 hertz display and Intel's 10th gen 10750 6-core processor. These are spec updates. They're not huge, they're incremental, but yes, you will see a performance difference compared to the previous model. Basically, what you're looking at is about a 10% performance improvement in whatever you do. So if you're gaming, you'll get slightly better frame rates. If you're doing CPU-bounded tasks, if you can take advantage of the slightly higher clocked boost speeds, those will be improved in terms of the applications that you're using. Is this like a major jump? No. If you have the 2019 model, there is nothing to get jealous about because this is just an iterative, incremental update. And a lot of the stuff that made the 2019 model good is still here. Like, a lot of people always complain about fan noise, and I do too sometimes. But when you're talking about a laptop this thin and this light, packing a GPU this powerful, the fans absolutely need to be loud. And I'm okay with it because it allows me to get the full performance and gameplay that I want in a laptop this size. At the end of the day, this is an incremental update. Acer is taking some of the parts that Intel has available for 2020, increasing the processor performance, taking the latest GPU from NVIDIA, increasing the graphical performance, and also tweaking a few things that will improve the overall experience. I still recommend this laptop. I like it a lot, especially considering its size. It runs very cool, considering how much performance is packed inside of here. Now, if you're interested in a future review when the Predator Helios 300 comes out, maybe comparing it to this, let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.